Before owning Flower Power, I worked in IT consulting, and my wife worked in sales, travel sales, educational sales. And previous to that, I was a officer in the U.S. Navy for 11 years after graduating college. It all started during COVID, working from home on our computers, taking calls. My wife had always had a passion for owning her own business. She really wanted to open a restaurant, and we decided that during COVID was probably not the best time for that. So we researched franchise opportunities dealing with food, food preparation, but also kids and children and educational services, because she and I both have a passion for that. We have 2 kids of our own. We always feel like we are our own customers when it comes to our customer base with Flower Power. So we felt like Flower Power was the best opportunity for us as a family to kind of, provide for ourselves, provide for our family, and also provide for the community. And coming out of COVID, especially in Atlanta, parents and families were really hungry, no pun intended, to get out of the house again. And so it was just a win-win for us both. I remember camp last summer, a little girl, she was probably about 7 or 8 years old. We were making pretzels. And I actually showed videos on our big screen TV on how to make the dough and then fold the pretzel. She had no confidence in herself. She said, I can't do it. I don't want to do it, almost to the point of tears. But being able to coach her through that and say, look, it's easy. We can do it. I can help you with it. I actually have pictures on my phone, and I sent it to her parents on the smile and the pride that she had after she was able to make her pretzel and eat it too, and how delicious it was. Giving the pictures to her mom via text and having her pick her up really brought a smile to the mom's face. So it's not only impacting the children, but it's also impacting the families and the parents as well. In age in 2024, it feels like in the educational system for children, it's all about sports or grades. And there's no middle ground. But there's so much more that children have to offer, and they really have to discover who they are, and the teenager, the young adult, the grown-up that they want to be. I really just feel like Flower Power gives them another outlet. Maybe it is cooking, maybe it is art, maybe it is something else, but a lot of children, they're still kind of looking for, what is it that I'm good at? What is it the thing that gives me confidence and makes me feel good about myself? And we have tons of children that come and they just love cooking, and maybe they are a little intimidated at first, just like the story with the young girl with the pretzel. But once they realize that they can do it, it just gives them so much more confidence at school, with their friends, with their families. A lot of confidence that is not just in the kitchen. For us, and this is more on the business side, allowing our children to see that hard work does pay off. The ability to be a small business owner, to take risks, to be adventurous, to own and operate, to lead and to manage at the same time, but still provide for our family, I think has been really eye-opening to them, especially since my daughter's a teenager and my son is a preteen. They're actually thinking about what the future holds for them, and it's going to be more than just being the star on the sports team or getting straight A's. Like, there's just so much more out there for them, and I hope that it gives them confidence too.
It wasn't long after we opened, we had a birthday party, and honestly, it was just it was a regular birthday party to me. It was a lot of fun. The little girl was quite shy. I do remember that. Mm-hmm. But I thought the party turned out well. But after that, the mother contacted me, and I think she wrote me an email just to tell me how much she appreciated how special we made her daughter feel. And she had such a good time. She signed up for camps and some kids' nights out after that, and I saw her kind of blossom, being the one who was super quiet to raising her hand and wanting to volunteer and things like that. She felt a lot of confidence in cooking.
So my background is in organizational development, and with that I've had the privilege of working with companies small and large, and part of that role is not only helping companies through change, but also a lot of the times through leadership development and through having fun. So, bringing teams together. So I did a lot of team building activities where we'd bring adults into the classroom and have the ability to have some fun while we're still doing some learning and skill development, and which is the reason that I'm excited about being able to marry that together with what we're doing in the food in the kitchen and having some fun, but also skill building, while we're doing all of that. One of the reasons that I think we chose Flower Power was the fact that, 3 reasons really. The first one being that it caters to all ages and allows us to really get in and get creative with all age groups. We loved that. We loved the fact that Flower Power at the end of the day is fun. It's an experience. It's one of those things that you do, but it's people are wanting to actually invest, I think, right now in less in material things and more in experiences. And that's what Flower Power, I think, gives people. It gives them an experience that they're going to remember when they leave there. And we hope that these little children will grow up and they'll still remember the experiences that they had at Flower Power, even when they were really small, and maybe even come back and work for us at some point. But that's something I wanted to talk about. And then I think the other thing I was going to mention is when we chose Flower Power, not only did we choose it for those reasons, but we felt that the brand had really considered a lot of things that were important to us as franchisees. And I think as part of that, the system framework in which we as franchisees use and our parents use in their portal, those systems and tools and how they're built really allow us to just get in and do what we do best. So we don't have to worry so much about how easy is it for a parent to book a birthday party. So that was definitely something that drove us, but probably the biggest factor was just how innovative the brand is, because I think it's incredibly important that you don't stay stagnant. You're always thinking about the future and looking at your market and looking at your community and deciding what is it that they may be interested in, or how is that changing or molding over time, and how do we need to change ourselves to continue to be relevant in our market. And I think Flower Power, over the years that the brand has been in existence, has really been striving to do some of those things, and I think that's what makes it so successful at the end of the day.